everyone. Sorry, I was trying to work that out and trying to get that finished. Anyway, this is echoing. Sorry about that. Sorry, it keeps telling me that I'm recording without audio, but clearly I am, because here's my mic. It's still registering my old mic. Anyway, so today was a topic on movies, as you can tell. As you can tell by the title. Anyway, so everybody watches a movie once in a while, even, like, depends on, even from, like, different languages in different countries, especially Japan for me. But anyway, as some of you may know on my channel, that I'm a student filmmaker / like independent filmmaker, whatever you want to call it, because I'm not fully studying yet, whatever. But anyway, so I've been making and writing movies for a while now, and mainly writing. But I have so many ideas that I always constantly think of, and a lot of them I started out writing when I was like 10 and up. Mainly when I was like 12, I was writing a bunch of fantasy stuff. I was watching like these vampire shows, and I had like these vampire ideas, and then I had like zombie ideas and witches ideas, because witches I had for a long time, because I was doing like roleplay type things when I was like 8, but and below that. And then I have some other ideas. But anyway, but I have a lot more realistic ideas now, and sometimes I try to include something like some kind of power or some kind of genetic disorder. I try to have some kind of reason for why something happens a certain way, if it is like a more supernatural type ability. But lately I've been seeing movies that have realistic settings and usually like a really good message or meaning behind it, but it will have like, like some kind of fantasy element to it, like that new movie on Netflix with Will Smith. I didn't fully watch the whole thing, but my dad was watching it. But it's weird because you see that and it's like completely a realistic topic, and then it has something completely random and absolutely weird in it, but somehow it works most of the time. See, I don't really like the idea of writing movies that have fake ideas anymore, because I know a lot of people find them ridiculous. But lately, it seems to be the thing. So I want to know what you guys like. And I know you might be asking, what's in it for me if I'm going to help you? But, sorry, this is a really awkward position to sit in, because I moved my whole computer. But I need your opinion, and you can skip to the end to find out what's in it for you if you want, but, I'm just saying. So anyway, so here's, I'm going to break it into topics, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, so, protagonist. Do you prefer it to be female or male, or maybe like a transgender or something, or do you prefer there be two protagonists? Usually there's multiple protagonists in my things, usually mainly protagonists, or kind of like a half and half. You always have to have like that villain-y kind of side, even if it's not real villains, like superhero and villains. And now for antagonist, same thing, girl or boy, transgender, whatever, anything, possible. Or do you prefer it to be both as well? Normally, I split it up. I don't like having all girls or all guys. So I'll have like a protagonist that's a female protagonist and a male protagonist, and then have them kind of work together, or have them be kind of separate, and then eventually get along and kind of work something out. And I don't like having a thing where it's like the girl saves the boy or the boy saves the girl. Normally it's like the boy saves the girl, or sometimes the girl saves the boy in a random way or something. Normally I like to like incorporate both, because I believe that both can kind of just be the hero no matter what it is. So, I guess. So, it depends. Again, but also because I'm also a filmmaker, but I'm also an actor, so a lot of times I give myself one of the roles, not like the exactly main role, but one of the main roles, because, it's good for your demo reels. But anyway, okay, so settings. Do you like it to be a realistic setting or a fantasy setting? Like maybe like a workshop, or like some kind of steampunk workshop? Like there's two sides of every coin. Okay, so, what else? Time period. Do you like it to be in the present, where you just go outside and watch the cars and people walking down the street with loud rap music? Or do you prefer it to be the past, where people are having shindigs and drinking soda pop? Or do you prefer it to be the future, where you walk out and see flying cars and dinosaurs that came from the past and just got shoved in? Or like that you can have a really far past with actual dinosaurs. So things like that. Or like the semi far future where it's like exactly now, but like a little bit different. Or just to change present or change anything. It's really cold in my room. I have the door closed and it's like separate from all the heat. But anyway, let's see. Country. Do you prefer it to be in like the natural country that the film is in, or do you prefer it to be different? Do you prefer it to have accents in it? I like doing accents, but I don't prefer my main characters have accents because it kind of takes away from the actor's standpoint. But I love having different accents. I love having one character that's different. Usually like an Asian character or an Indian character, or just some kind of different character, and I like to mix up the races. Sometimes the races are the main character, one race, and sometimes different, but it really doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter, but do you prefer to see, like, a specific race as this side? Not in a bad way, but just, it's like a director thing. Do you prefer to see it, like, here, and then have the other side have two different races, or one race, or what? Normally it just goes by, like, who's the better actor. I usually just have, like, all ethnicities on there for people to apply. Because you can go on websites like Backstage and find things. Do you prefer the characters, the ages? Do you prefer it to be more of a teenage setting or like a young adult setting where it's not too corny but it's not too grown up and it kind of just has like that wild and spontaneous, that kind of like youthful scenarios? Or do you prefer it to be older people? Or do you prefer it to be people in their 40s who have kids or not settled down yet? Or do you prefer it to be young kids? And, which usually isn't really an adult movie, usually isn't something I do have kids in there. Especially I don't like to include kids in a lot of things, and there's a lot of legal work involved too with filming with kids. But it's, but I don't like having all 18 and under, because I remember being under 18 and then not being able to do a lot of things, which was only a few months ago. So, okay, so this is getting too long. But you get my point. If you want, and then, just like age, scenario, types of fantasy. Do you like to have fantasy, drama, romance? Do you like the character to have a romantic side? Normally, I don't like having romance in my movies, but do you prefer there having, like, the main character or any kind of character having romance? Sorry, my phone keeps buzzing. Do you prefer it to be a comedy? Like, normally I have drama and comedy, and it's usually really dramatic points, but also really comedic points, and not too much of either, but they kind of just always clash, and even in the worst scenes, or the happiest scenes, there's always some kind of different element to it. Yeah, so, okay, now, what's in it for you? What's in it for you is, okay, it's gonna sound ridiculous, but free candy. Like, I'm probably gonna get, like, nobody, but the first 4 people that give me an answer, of some sort, like a good detailed answer, that may take, like, 1 or 2 minutes to write, will get candy. I'll get you candy. Sweets, depending on what you call it. I did that in one of my last videos. That still counts. It applies if anyone wants to solve that language riddle. It was just something I thought of. Or, also, when I get to the filming, which won't be that far, I won't do a Kickstarter right now because I don't want to produce something that's not good enough and then have people pay for it because I don't like people taking people's money. Anyway, though, but you can be an extra in the movie, or you can go out and audition for the movie. I'm not stingy on who I hire, but I also have to have somebody that's, I guess, a little experienced. I really don't care, but if you want, you can audition for it or be an extra in it if you help give me ideas in the future when I produce it, which won't be too long from now because I want ideas now. That's why I'm doing this now. So, and it won't be too long. It will be like short films. Also, do you like, what duration do you like videos to be? I meant movies to be. So, I keep saying videos because I normally do videos and I also do this. And, wow, I look really green, which actually gives me, like, zombie movie feelings. You can't even see, like, the red in my hair. There's, like, red in my hair here, but you can't even see it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sorry this was so long, but if you have any ideas, let me know. So, thank you.